Hello, I'm Nick from Poise & Balance. I'm an Alexander Technique teacher, I'm a movement specialist, and I practice in London. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the importance of a sitting and rising test. And did you know that your ability to get up from the floor without using your hands could predict how long you live? So in today's video, I'm going to show you how we can rise from the floor effortlessly and why it's important and what the science says about this simple yet powerful skill. So in a study by a Brazilian doctor called Dr. Claudio Araújo, which was published in the European Journal for Cardiology, I think it was in 2012, found that people who struggled to get up from the floor without support had a higher risk of mortality. And this is because it reflects your overall strength, flexibility, balance and coordination. So it's a really key biomarker of how long we live. And if we are going to live into old age, we want to have those things. We want to have strength. We want to have balance. We want to have coordination. So let's get into the video of me going from standing to sitting, then sitting to standing. I'm going to cross my legs. First thing to do is cross your legs one over the other, whatever feels where you're going to get the most balance and support. Don't do it with socks on because you'll probably slip. Do it on a softer surface. I've got a mat on, you can see I've got a mat. I'm going to go from standing to sitting, and I'm going to go from sitting to standing. And then I'm going to cross my legs the other way, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go from standing to sitting, and sitting to standing. If you find that really difficult, that means you need to practice your balance, your coordination, and your strength. If you often find it difficult, it's probably because you've got tight hip flexors, poor rotation in the hips. You've probably got weak glutes and probably weak leg muscles as well. What you can do is maybe practice a simpler way. I said to a client of mine the other day, I showed him the movement and asked him if he could do it. And he said, oh no, I definitely can't get onto the floor without using my hands. There's a simpler way where you can just come onto one knee. So you're kneeling down and coming onto the other knee and coming onto your bottom. And then you're coming up onto your knee. And then it's almost like you're in that little lunge, kneeling down and pushing up. And you can practice that quite a few times like that. And I've worked with so many elderly people and they find it so difficult to get into a squat, to get onto the floor. And there's in my other videos, you'll see me doing lots of other squats and functional movements. So that's a really simple way of getting from standing to sitting. Yeah, so I like this sort of movement. I even sit like this. You can even, that's a really lovely way of sitting. And from here, I can just gently rock forward and come up onto my feet and can spin round and just come up. I'll just do it on the other side. So you can see it's a sitting pose. I'm working into the deep internal hip rotators. And I'm just going to just gently pivot round and come. And that's a little bit more challenging. So if you find that really easy, you can do this one where you've got your knees folded over and you're just going to, and often you can see I'm tempting to use my hands. So I'm just going to go up and there. So the simplest one is to go down, kneeling down on the other knee, coming up, and just practice that. And there is another one where you're just opening up the hips. So from here I can, from here I can just gently come up like that. Then I'm going to do the same on the other side. So I'm going to open this hip out and go from sitting to standing. So yeah, it's such a simple biomarker to improve your strength and stability. It enhances coordination and balance, and it boosts mobility and flexibility, and it lowers the risks of fall and injury. So practice little but often. What's easy to do is easy not to do. We want to be practicing some sort of balancing exercise every single day. So I hope you found this video useful. See if you can do the sitting rising test. It's called the SRT, sitting rising test. Any comments, suggestions for any other videos, and please subscribe, as they say. Thank you for watching.